What?
What is going on?
It's not burning.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with my good friend Patty from the G-team Paranormal Investigators. Patty has brought a Ouija board that we believe is extremely haunted. We're gonna try to burn it in my massive fire pit. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but I think that's the best option. We're not gonna play with it. We're not gonna summon anything from it, but whatever is attached itself to this haunted Ouija board, tonight we're gonna destroy it. Helicopters coming to get us because we're burning a Ouija board. Oh, look, it has a light. Yeah.
Wow.
The light was shining right in our yard right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's really weird. There's my wife, Melissa. Got my good friend, Heather. That's Patty's daughter. She's also from the G-team Paranormal. And here's my fire pit. I know it looks a little bit pathetic right now, but we're going to get it going a little bit more before we throw that Ouija board in the fire.
Hello there, this is me, Patty, and what happened was today, my good friend Cindy, who used to also be my neighbor in Seminole, she called me up and was really terrified. Things have been falling off the walls and hearing like movements in the rooms, and the doors have been shutting by themselves, lights are flickering, all kinds of stuff. And this just happened like all of a sudden. So I asked her, I said, well, I mean, what have you been, I mean, have you done anything? Have you played with a Ouija board? And immediately she was like, oh my God, yes, it's probably that Ouija board. She said it's been in our family for about 14 years. It's been passed around to several people in the family, and she says that she did play with it not long ago, and she hadn't even thought about that. So anyway, I said, well, that's probably what it was.
Heard
So,
Oh, did you hear that?
what?
I don't know. I just heard something out in the woods.
Are you serious?
I heard it too. Now the dogs are barking.
Okay, long story short, I happened to be in the area, so I said, well, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and swing by and talk to you more about it. So I did, and she told me that her cousin had given it to her when she was still in Illinois. She moved from Illinois to Florida back in, like, about 9 years ago. So her cousin gave it to her, and her cousin had a lot of bad experiences with it as well. And at the time, Cindy was really interested in the Ouija board, so she took the Ouija board. She didn't think anything of it, and she's had it all this time. Well, her cousin just recently came down on vacation, and when her cousin realized she still had that Ouija board in the home, her cousin was like, there is no way I am staying in that house. Absolutely no way. You still have that thing? And that was, I'm backtracking here because that was, she said that was just a few months ago. So anyway, she played it a few days ago, and now she's having all these experiences. So when I went and talked to her about it, I said, well, what do you want me to do? I said, I don't want to touch this thing. You know, I don't like Ouija boards. I've had some bad experiences myself. She says, burn it. And I was like, okay. But whatever's attached to that Ouija board is about to burn in hell. We're going to burn the hell out of the Ouija board. Literally.
I hope we do. I hope we don't
burn the hell out of it. We hope that we don't get any kind of repercussions from it, or, you know, I mean, we've never done anything like this before. Her friend tried to throw it away back then, way back then when she got it. It kept coming back. It kept showing up and reappearing in the closet or, you know, under the bed and things like that. Which when I was about 14 years old, I played with the Ouija board quite a bit, because back in those days that was the thing, you know, it wasn't anything terrifying to do. Everybody did it. So I was playing with the Ouija board with some friends. Well, my mother saw that I had a Ouija board, and she said, you get that thing out of our house right now. And she said, I do not want that in the house. That's the devil. You need to get it out of here. So she made me throw it in the garbage. So I threw it in the garbage. And I even watched her take the garbage out that night. Well, the next day, I woke up, and it was next to my bed. So I went out there in the kitchen, and I saw her in the kitchen, and I said, Mom, I said, did you get that Ouija board back out? Did you have a change of heart or something? I mean, why is it next to my bed? And she's like, what do you mean it's next to your bed? You went out there and got it, didn't you? And I'm like, no, I didn't go out there and get it. I said, I just got up and it's laying next to the bed. So we asked my sister Marie, and Marie's like, no, you know, she was half asleep. She's like, I didn't touch that Ouija board. So anyway, it's always been a mystery of how that happened.
Okay, guys, I just want you to know that I'm not the one to play with Ouija boards. G-team is not the one to play with Ouija boards. They are extremely evil, and I consider every Ouija board that's made haunted. I know this particular one has a little bit more haunted history behind it. In other words, do not play with a freaking Ouija board, okay? Bad things will happen. We are not playing with this thing. If you came for this video to see us play with a Ouija board, you could go ahead and click out of it, because we're not going to play with it. All we're going to do is destroy it in this fire, and hopefully nothing bad happens after. There is the Ouija board. I've only played with a Ouija board once in my life ever, and I was a young, stupid teenager. Glad nothing bad came of it, but at the same time, don't think that nothing bad will happen if you play with one, okay? Bad things will always happen, including being attacked by ghosts, demons. We do have this cross here for protection, but I believe the ultimate protection is up in those skies right now watching over us.
Yep. I do have a Lord's Prayer candle. I'll set it right here on this side of the fire pit.
All right. Patty also has some sage.
Yep.
Ooh. Smells pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's cold out.
It is.
Bye-bye, Ouija board. Let's go back to hell.
That game is evil. Evil, evil, evil.
Evil game.
Ooh. How about this? What?
What is going on?
It's not burning.
It went out.
Are you serious?
None of it's burning, not even the cardboard box.
She had it up in her closet.
I'm standing back. That thing does not want to burn. I mean, isn't most of it cardboard and paper?
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. You could actually smell the oldness from it. Like it actually looks in really good condition, but it smells like an old attic.
It does.
Uh-oh. I just knocked over this cross, not good.
Go back to where you came from.
You guys want to like say a prayer?
Yeah, we
Something?
can say a prayer.
We just ask you, whatever attached itself to that evil board, that it be released back into the pit of hell. Destroy whatever attached itself to that board right there. Amen.
Amen.
It took a while for it to light on fire.
It did. It really did. I'm just taking.
What?
I thought I heard something.
It's like a hiss.
Yeah.
It sounded like the camera, maybe. Burn back in hell, whatever attached itself to
Almost
that.
looks like I've seen arms reaching out of that in this picture.
Really?
Yes.
Let me take some pictures.
Take some pictures, everybody.
Guys, I know I say this a lot in my videos, but if you do see something maybe in the background, maybe if you hear something, please let us know in the comments where and when you've seen those things in our video. That thing is not all the way destroyed.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it doesn't want to burn.
It's crazy how it didn't go out at first.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen anything like that.
It like went out.
I mean, I've burned a lot of garbage before, and I mean, I put cardboard, paper, and that's the quickest thing to go. I mean, it just burns really quick. Watch your feet, Heather. All right, guys, ever since we burned down that Ouija board, we got a lot of weird noises that we're hearing. We heard something over here, and we just heard something over there. We heard like a scream or something coming from the woods. You guys want to walk over there? Just walk a little bit over here. Just...
Doesn't it look like someone's standing there?
Where?
Straight back, like, I don't know. Where's your flashlight, man? It looked like somebody. Whoa! What was that?
I'm scared. Oh my god.
It's a limb or something.
That's like a rock got thrown at us.
Nah.
Mom, you saved me.
You guys scared?
She's scared. I'm
I
not.
just heard something behind me.
It's a shame I wasn't recording and didn't get that sound. It sounded like a scream or something. Now, there's no neighbors over here, okay? I live in the middle of nowhere in the woods. I don't have a neighbor this side of me. I do have a couple neighbors over there, but kind of far. I think that's poison ivy right there. Is it?
Oh. It's a wolf.
Could be a coyote. Get this fire going a little bit more.
I don't know, but I'm probably gonna sleep with all the lights on now tonight.
Okay, we are going to do some EVPs here, a little spirit box session to try to make communication with whatever was attached to that Ouija board. Also going to reach out to my son Gary as my spirit guide and ask him if it is gone and make sure we don't have anything to worry about for doing what we just did. All right, spirit world.
I heard something right there.
Patty!
Patty!
Oh my
What?
God!
Instantly.
Right away.
Instantly.
Whoa.
Like right when you turn that on.
What do you want to tell me?
Mom.
Are we all right, Gary? Are we okay for doing what we did?
He always comes through right away.
No.
Who's here with us?
Can you tell me the names of some of the people that were attached to that Ouija board?
Ooh, that sounded evil, whatever that was.
Good. Any spirits that were attached to that Ouija board, you are not welcome here. We are protected and armored with God.
God is good.
Oh, wow.
I heard that.
I heard that.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I don't know.
I think that Ouija board's gone.
And God is good.
God is good.
And we got a God is good.
We should probably leave it at that.
Yep, we should probably leave it at that.
I guess this video isn't over just yet. Just got a text from my friend Patty, and it says this. Hey, I don't know what happened, but my vehicle just broke down right around the corner from you. I'm pretty sure this is Patty right here.
I mean, my headlights are on and stuff, and the inside lights are on, but it will not start. And it started bogging down, like it was like jumping.
Could be a loose battery cable. Oh, good. She has power, but for some reason, it won't start. Still won't start? There you go. Yeah. I hope it has nothing to do with that Ouija board.
I hate to think like that, but
Yeah. Nah.
I guess I'm superstitious, you know, in a way. I feel like,
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I hope not.
Hey, you're okay. Shoot me a text when you get home, though.
I will.
Yeah, let me know you got home safe.
I will.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye again.
Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Okay, Heather was reviewing our footage from what we just did in the alley there, the road.
Uh-huh.
And there was a face in my window next to me. There was, before you got there was somebody there, so review your footage. She's looking at it now like freaking out. You can see somebody, almost like somebody appears at the window next to my vehicle, right before you got to it.
A face?
A face, a person. Heather's looking at it right now. Don't fear evil. I don't fear it. God's got it. He ain't gonna let nothing hurt us. We're godly people. We believe in God, and He's our protector. Nothing's gonna happen. So
Yeah,
I'm not worried.
we were doing good by burning that. We didn't want more people to
Exactly.
get hurt using that thing. So
Exactly. So God's got us. So I ain't worried about it.
guys, I thought I just heard somebody knocking on the front door. At first, I thought it was a thump, and then I heard it. You heard that? Sleeping? Yeah, I heard a knock on the door. Hello? I don't know if somebody's playing a joke on me, but I definitely heard a knock on my door. And when I got up and grabbed the camera, I heard another knock. I'm gonna turn my alarm on. That's really creepy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you cold? Oh, your temperature went down a little bit. I feel, wow, it did go down a little bit. What is that noise? You hear that thumping noise? Am I just freaking myself out? It was like we had a knock and then thumping noise. Malia has a fever. Like, what's going on? That was the thumping noise I was hearing. It was the painting hitting the wall from the fan. It was doing this. It was a very faint knocking. But that wasn't the knocking I heard earlier. I heard like somebody knock on the door.
That's why I don't like Ouija boards at all. I've hated them since I was a kid, and now we're broke down, and it's dark, and we're like in the woods.
I don't even know how to turn my flashers on here.
There's one street light right there.